Hey VC, it's Glen Kellaway from the basement. This is a contest entry for Noted and Archived. Michael, congratulations, 500 subs. Actually, 533 when I looked this morning. That's very cool. You've got a really good channel, so well deserved. Um, yeah, just well deserved. What else can I say? I'm at 355 or something like that, and 500 would be amazing. More than if I ever got to 500, would be more than I ever dreamed that I would get. So I'm happy at 355. But, so I can only imagine how excited you are at 500. Anyway, Michael's having a contest. He asked 5 questions, and I'm going to damn well answer them. First of all, you have to say you subscribe to Michael's channel, which I do. I've now noted Michael's channel, noted and archived. Please subscribe to it. And I'm going to upload a video. So I think I'm all taken care of except answering the questions. Show an unexpected record that blew you away. I was trying to think of something more recent. But you know the record that really blew me away more than any other? It's going back to 1968, I think. Astro Weeks, Van Morrison. I mean, we had Van with them doing like R&B, rock, soul stuff, blues, great band. Here Comes the Night, Gloria, like garage band kind of thing. What garage band hasn't played Gloria? Then he comes up with Blowing Your Mind, Brown Eyed Girl, one of the great songs of the 60s. And a couple of real bluesy kind of with a lot of Hammond organ and stuff in there on that Blowing Your Mind album with He Ain't Give You None and TB Sheets. And then he comes out, his second album, you're going, oh, Van, he's so good. Blowing Your Mind was great. I'll pick up the second album. And it's this. And it's a beautiful, lyrical, spacious record with jazz musicians playing, accompanying him. I mean, this is one of the great albums of all time, a freaking masterpiece. And because of what Van did before, this one should have been called Blowing Your Mind, because it blew mine, and one of my favorite albums of all time. So that's what I'm going to put as probably the record that blew my mind more than any other ever. Number 2, show 2 albums with the greatest width. Okay, I'm going to do that. One's an album, one's a CD. So let's start. I'm a banjo player. Bluegrass, Flat and Scruggs at Carnegie Hall. Great live album. Great sounding album. This is one of my favorites. Flat and Scruggs, Carnegie Hall. I can go from bluegrass to prog rock to classic rock to blues to jazz to world music to anything. So I went from bluegrass, let's just call a spade, hillbilly music, play a banjo, you're married to your first cousin, and then go to this. Rabbi Abdu Khalil, Yara. Isn't that the most beautiful CD cover you've ever seen? This gentleman is an Iranian film composer. This music is film scores. He plays an instrument called an oud, O-U-D. And it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful album. The CD. It's gorgeous packaging. It says, images behind the sound. Rabbi Abu Khalil's music has always been characterized by its vividly visual quality, concise and compelling, evocative parables relating to the production of images. So it was only a matter of time before the Lebanese composer, an oud player turned his attention to the open and hidden correspondence between image and music within the realm of film. He wrote the pieces on Yara for a film with the same title, made by director Yilmaz something or other, Arslan. It's So Lebanese. My apologies. I said Iranian. Yeah, but anyway, beautiful, beautiful album. Said a friend of mine turned me on to this that I worked with like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and you got to hear this, and I bought it, and it is absolutely beautiful. So if anybody else is interested in something like that, and again, the greatest CD cover, I would love to see that on vinyl. That cover, beautiful. Okay, so bluegrass to Lebanese film score music. Wow. What's next? Number 3. Great questions, Michael. Record that embarrassed but love it. I'm not embarrassed by any record in my collection, unfortunately. I looked and looked and looked and said, what embarrasses me? If a record embarrasses me, I'm probably not liking it. Like, I'm not really ashamed of saying what I like. From Herman's Hermits to, I don't know, Love and Spoonful. There's not much. Yeah, I'll talk about everything I like and enjoy it. I don't get embarrassed about it. So I picked an album that people don't really like, Bob Dylan album. Now, Bob Dylan fans even don't like this stuff, but I love it. And Triplicate, Bob's album of Frank Sinatra and crooner tunes and stuff. It's Bob does these so well. I'm a big fan of this. So I'm going to pretend that embarrasses me because a lot of people can't stand it. What's next? Question number 4. Most listened to of all time and most recent. Okay, I had to pick a Beatles album because it would be one, and because my favorite Beatles album is Sgt. Pepper, I picked it. But I'm not sure if it's the one I've listened to the most or not. I've listened to them all a million times. But Sgt. Pepper is going to represent my most listened to album. My favorite album ever by anybody, Sgt. Pepper. My friend Jeff at Calico Silver doesn't like Sgt. Pepper. I don't know. I don't like Tubular Bells, so we're even. Album most recently that I've been listening to a lot. There's quite a few, but so I just picked one to represent because I have been playing a lot. I'm really heavy into blues right now for some reason. I've always been a big blues fan and have a lot of blues CDs. I don't have a lot of blues on vinyl. Maybe I've got maybe 10 or 12, 20 titles on blues on vinyl. But I picked this up recently, and it is really, really good. Muddy Waters Live. Man, I've been playing the hell out of this album. I love that. I don't know the musicians that are accompanying him here, but the guitar players are awesome. James Madison and Samuel Lawhorn. He does a great version of Stormy Monday on this. This is a really good album from live at Mr. Kelly's. Really good, great sounding record. It's on the Chess label of some kind. It says it's Chess, but it's distributed by GRT of Canada Limited. I don't know if all Chess up here is distributed by GRT or something, or maybe someone can enlighten me. But great sounding album, and playing is fantastic on it. Muddy at his best. The great Muddy Waters. And finally, first VC channel you saw and most recent channel you subbed. Okay, the first VC channel I ever saw was my nephew Jack turning me on to the Canadian Stud Muffin. I love the Stud Muffin. Larry Graves. My nephew Jack was a big fan and got me into it. And I became hooked and watched all his videos. Then when I found out my friend Mazzy, who from the Hoffman forums had his own channel, I started checking his out, and then I was hooked. That was it. So between the two of those guys, they were my inspiration to start doing videos, and thank you both. Much appreciated, because it's one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. As for channel I just recently subbed, I forgot to look it up. I keep subbing so many. Oh Lord. I'm going to pick Jeff Witcher, even though I've been sub to him for like a couple of months now. I'm sorry, I should have written down something. Now I'm having a old man's brain cramp. So check out Jeff Witcher's channel. He's got a great channel. Um, Started following him because he started doing all these ranking videos and things. And then he lives in Detroit, and I live in, he's close to the Ontario border, Canada, uh, and I'm in Ontario, and we've chatted and back and forth on our comments, and very cool guy, and love his videos. So I'm gonna say that one, but there are more recent ones, and I apologize. But anyway, Michael, thanks for putting on this contest. It was fun to do, and congrats on 500. I bet you'll be at 1,000 in no time. Peace out, everyone. Have a great day.